Well, hello, everyone. It's great to be here with you at Unexpected today. I'm Chris Bruner, the VP of Product at Vivun, and we're going to start with some brief naming news. The platform known as VivunOne has a new name. VivunOne is now VivunAI. For all of our existing customers, this includes all of the capabilities that you're familiar with, from pre-sales operations to product field alignment to Xpert Analytics. And there is a good reason for our naming update. Since the start of the year, our team has been laser focused on automating the intake of key information through AI. You told us that's important not only because it removes the effort involved, but also because it removes the challenges with adoption and it ensures the data is always there to power the insights that you need. So we address that in two major ways. First, we built on top of all of our headway with calendar intelligence, our model for predicting activities from calendar events. And we released fully automated activity logging. Second is product feedback. Earlier in the show, you saw Ava identify gaps raised by customers in conversations automatically. Now we're making it so that those gaps can flow automatically through into VivunAI. You also told us that it's important that when new kinds of gaps are identified, it needs to be efficient to triage them and add them to your product gap library. So we built a completely new product gap triage process from the ground up with smarter suggestions, streamlined workflows, and the ability for AI to do most of the triage work for you. Lastly, we made it easier to turn all of that into insights. Xpert Analytics is now faster and more flexible. Our dashboards are speedier and include the ability to filter by team. So managers are better enabled and you can optimize each part of your organization. So what does it all mean? Less friction, more consistency, and a whole lot less manual effort en route to the insights that you need. It means that VivunAI and Ava are better together. Ava captures what's happening on the front lines. VivunAI turns that into strategic insights, helping you de-risk deals, strengthen product feedback loops, and uncover new revenue opportunities. I could talk about this all day, but I know what you would really love is to see the product in action. So with that, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome somebody who knows this platform inside and out, our senior sales engineer extraordinaire, Taylor Bukowski.
Thanks, Chris.
Taylor, could you show us what VivunAI can do?
So VivunAI has always delivered powerful insights, but it did require some manual inputs from the user. So in the old world, I would rely on these suggestions in my calendar intelligence to easily capture all of my meetings for the week. Now, this wasn't terribly difficult, but it also wasn't terribly efficient. So now let's fast forward into the new world powered by VivunAI, where we can see automatically captured activities. Now, all of the heavy lifting is done for me. A nightly automated job will pick up all the activities based on what's already on my calendar. What used to take minutes and clicks now takes 0. And you'll also see this little sparkle icon will note anything that has been captured by the job. So from an auto perspective, I always know what was auto captured. This is again part of that work to really systematically capture inputs the best we can without needing to rely on the user. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, this looks great, I want to enable this immediately for my organization, but maybe there are certain groups that aren't quite ready. Not a problem. We've allowed a lot of flexibility with this. So you can turn this on at your organization level, and you can also turn this on at the user level. So users can opt in or out to take advantage of this great new feature. And like always, your preferences are respected. So if you have cases of direct alignment or specific activity types that are specific to you, those preferences will be taken into account by the nightly job and the suggestions. Now, when it comes to product feedback, in the old world, I'd have to scrub through call recordings and revisit notes just to remember when a product gap actually came up on a deal. Vivun now provides automatic identification and capture of gaps, and that newly enhanced triage experience in VivunAI, which we're going to look at in just a second, really shows us how Gen AI can help do the heavy lifting. Before we get into all the goodness with triage, let me show you how some of this information was auto-captured and identified in Ava. And here, within my general motive space, I can easily prompt Ava to see any of the product gaps that she was able to capture and identify in previous conversations. Or I can also use her pre-built accelerators to easily see this information as well. Now, I know that this team mentioned something specific around an integration with, yep, there it is, Market Maven. So this was feedback that we heard on a call and was automatically identified and captured via Ava, and then will be sent directly into our triage on the VivunAI side. So now again, all the heavy lifting is done for the user, and then we can benefit from the triage experience in VivunAI. Now, on the triage side of the house, this is an entirely new experience. Not only is it gorgeous, but I have a whole bunch of really exciting features to show you all. So first off, you'll see that my gap was easily captured and funneled into our triage. So you'll also see these different statuses up here that are now automated. So dropping this in the bucket, this went straight into our ready for triage. We also have needs clarification, review, and even recently assigned. So from an audit perspective, you can make sure that everything is kind of going in the right buckets. Additionally, we heard from users that they wanted to make it really easy to be able to edit things on the fly, whether that was a product gap itself or an individual opportunity or account gap. This was really painful before. The user actually had to exit all the way out to the record, do their changes there, and then come back into triage. But now users can easily edit from this view. And that's not all. We also introduced the ability to auto-generate gaps for you. So in this case, we did not have a strong match, as happens sometimes. So this is something newly identified in the field. But what typically would happen in the past is users would then have to create this entire gap from scratch. And if you've ever had to do this, you know that sometimes you can get a little bit of writer's block, right? So we have, again, done that heavy lifting for you with Gen AI to build everything that's needed. We have the description, our interim solution, product line, all the information. So all I need to do is click create and assign, and it's done. And we didn't stop there. Now that we're automating all of this great data capture, we really wanted you all to take benefit in Xpert Analytics. So now that we're capturing all this great information related to the activities that your team is doing, we've also introduced the ability to slice any of these reports by team that you've already set up in VivunAI. So for example, if I just want to see what's going on with my enterprise group, I can easily filter down and now have all the information related to that group. You can slice this by product line, geo, segment, whatever makes sense, but we really want to add more flexibility when it comes to Xpert Analytics and how we think about this. This isn't just automation, this is evolution, and it's only the beginning for VivunAI and Ava.
Well, thank you so much, Taylor. And what an incredible day. On behalf of the entire team at Vivun, I want to thank each and every one of you who joined. And a huge thank you to our speakers, Gary New from F5, David Green from Gainsight, and of course, the incomparable Jaco Vanderkoy. Thank you for sharing your insights and for pushing the conversation forward. And to all of our amazing customers, if you're ready to explore how Ava and VivunAI can work for you, hit your technical account manager or account executive up. And if you're not a customer yet, don't worry. Be sure to visit the resource center at vivun.com. And if you're ready to dive deeper, request a personalized demo to see how Vivun gives more power to sales. We will see you soon. Take care and keep pushing the unexpected.